Lakers is in it. Yo, nobody gives a fuck though, cause nobody be watching these. It's okay though. I be doing them for fun. I haven't posted in a while, but I'm back. And dude, I tried to make this video, and I was like talking for a long time, talking for a lot. So I'm gonna try to make it a little shorter, make it a little more concise. I also gotta go pick my friend up from work. Damn. Who cares? One good thing about every basketball team, I could ramble on and on about every basketball team here, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make it short and concise. My favorite thing about each basketball team. Also, I got this audio. It's a PS5 audio playing in the background. Hopefully, y'all like it. Those ASMR artists that I used to watch, that used to do this. It was very calming for me. I liked it. So hopefully, y'all like it. But number one, Detroit Pistons. Jalen Duren averaging almost 20 and 12. He looks phenomenal. 21 years old, by the way. I just want to put that out there. He's fresh meat, and he looks that good. That good. Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell. Outright Donovan Mitchell. Probably because Darius Garland is out, but even besides that, he just looks so much better. Number three, Toronto Raptors. I'm also going by the standings right now. Toronto Raptors, just their team as a whole, the way they're playing as a team just looks so great. Just win by committee. They got three guys averaging 20 points right now. You got Ingram, you got RJ, and you got Scotty Barnes, all averaging 20. And they're 9-5 right now. In their last 9 games, they're 8-1. So they went 1-5 at the beginning of the season, and since then they have just been winning out. Do I think this is sustainable? I'm not sure. It's the first dozen games of the season. The first dozen games. Yeah, that's what I said, right? Yeah. So I don't know if it's sustainable for them specifically, because like I remember watching the Utah Jazz go like in the first like 25 games be the first seed, like 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So you never know. But they just look good right now. ATL, Jalen Johnson, he looks great. I think he's averaging like 22, 10, and 6.5 assists since Trae Young has been out. He has been so good, and I've loved watching him play. He just plays with a lot more confidence. He's playing as like not the elite ball handler, but almost like a JT kind of role. He almost looks like a light JT in a way, and I like that. I've just liked his progression as a whole. Phenomenal. The Knicks, just the movement of the ball. Last year, my biggest gripe with them was how stagnant the offense would get and how much they played iso ball. With the amount of talent they had, it like that infuriated me, especially during the playoffs, where I'm I'm watching them play, and I'm just watching Cat sit at like that elbow three, not doing anything, just like set a shitty screen for Jalen Brunson, and then Jalen Brunson just do his thing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's not gonna get you to a championship. That'll get you to a conference finals, like it did, but that's not gonna get you to a championship, and that's definitely not gonna get you the ring, because that's what they want. They're searching for a ring, and I think with the movement of the ball, and especially their bench this season, another really good thing, their bench, I think they have a better chance than last year, personally. 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, I would say BJ Edgecombe, but he's kind of pulling off from the beginning of the season. Okay, he's still really great, but I think Tyrese Maxey, he's averaging all NBA numbers. I think he's putting up like 32 and like 8 potentially, 32 and 8. They're the 6th seed, 8-5 again. First dozen games of the season, I do believe it will drop off, especially because they're like playing up 40 minutes a game, man. Like he's gonna, you know, I don't know. I feel like I don't know, or maybe he keeps it up. You know what I mean? He plays 65 games and he makes an All NBA, and I look great saying this, but who knows? Miami, again, for them is the way they just kind of completely re-innovated the way they play. Spo, one of the best coaches of all time. I think he was voted. He wasn't voted coach of the year. That's different, but like best coach in the league. They play the same way the Grizzlies did last year, which is just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a lot of rotating around the 3-point line, have a player in the paint, and just kind of swinging the ball, around, just swinging, dishing, driving, and just doing that constantly until you find an open man. For them, I think it's a good way to play because I don't think they have I think every team has championship aspirations unless you're like the Brooklyn Nets because your MPJ is your best player. But they probably do, but don't at the same time. They know they're not going to win, but every team tries to win, but they're not. But they're a fun team to watch right now. Norman Powell looks great. Bam looks great. Jaime Jaquez looks great. That would be my main thing. Is re-innovating the way they play would be my good thing for them. Chicago. I'm gonna say Josh Giddey, the pedophile. Him, he looks good. I'm gonna keep it at that. I don't really feel like saying anything else about him, but they look good. Marcus Buzelis, hoping for a little bit more, but he's progressing well. Milwaukee, Giannis. No, even though Giannis looks phenomenal, he looks so good. Ryan Rollins has been a dog. I think he's averaging like 18 and whatever. I'm not gonna look up the stats because I'm trying to make this relatively quick, or just not quick, but like not as long because I also gotta go. But Ryan Rollins has been so good. I've been loving watching him play. I feel confident. It's hard for me personally to feel confident with a player holding the ball, and I mean like non All-NBA, non-Hall of Famer, non-All-Star players, even All-Star players. Sometimes I get a little shaky. Like, you put that ball in Jaylen Brown's hands, I'll get to him. He's been great. And I see that motherfucker put it in his left hand. I don't want to watch the game anymore. I'm going to turn my head because I know it's going to be ugly and it's going to result in a turnover, right? But him, I love the ball in his hands, and I like watching him play. He's a good player. He's been phenomenal. Their second best player, great. Miles Turner, you're a bitch. Orlando. My good thing is Franz's 3-point shooting. He's back to shooting the way he was 2 years ago. Like 35-ish% the past 2 years. He's been a sub 30% 3-point shooter. He's looked a lot better this year. But there's a lot. Tristan De Silva has also been really good, but there's a lot more bad than there is good with this team right now. They do not look good, man. Just weird team to watch right now. But Franz's 3-point shooting would be my good thing. Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown. I think he's averaging maybe 28. Of course, JT is out, so his workload, his shot diet is gonna go up, or not his shot diet, but his just the quantity of shots he's taking is gonna go up. And his shot diet's been pretty good. I think he's leading the league in mid-range field goal percentage right now. Out of everybody, I'm like including Shea. You know what I mean? Like he's been really good. Besides the whole hairline shit, and like it was kind of funny that he kind of fed into that a little. But for them, Jaylen Brown is in his mid-range game and just his game as a whole. Charlotte, Colin Knippel. I think he's first in Rookie of the Year voting right now, or race. He's just been really good. Personally, I thought the way they would use him, since they already have Brandon Miller and LaMelo, especially LaMelo. Brandon Miller unfortunately got hurt. I've been really high on him, but he's been hurt the past 2 years. So I thought they were just gonna make him a spot-up shooter, and that's not what they've done at all. They've been adding him in actions. Like I've been watching Hornets games, dude. Like isn't that crazy? Like I will tune it, not specifically for them, but when they're playing a good team, I will tune it. Last year, I'm not tuning it. This year, I'm tuning it. They're putting him in actions. Like he's just shooting a crazy clip. There was a game where he dropped like 32, where he was the lead ball handler. He was facilitating the game, and he was damn good at it. He looks really good. They're not a good team, but he looks good. Brooklyn, MPJ is averaging like 20 points, I don't know, he's averaging a lot of points, but the team sucks. I don't watch the team. I don't really know any of the players on the team because I don't really care for them right now. Washington. Now, Washington is a different story. They're a bad team that I have watched a few times. I'm loving Alex Alex Sarr, and Keyshawn George. I'm gonna add them both because they're a bad team, so they need something, right? Alex Sarr, he's just looked a lot better defensively. I think everybody knew he was gonna be good defensively, but offensively, he's taken a jump. Statistics wise, I'm pretty sure he's averaging like 19 and 12 right now, which is really good. Let me fact check that. Keyshawn George has been really good too. He had like those first 2 games of the season, he just went lights out. And even last game against the Hawks, he dropped like 29. He looks good. Trey Johnson looks good. I like Trey Johnson, but mainly it's Alex Sarr because like I just didn't expect him to take this 3. Okay, I said 19 and 12 was kind of crazy. He's averaging 18 and 8, but like last year he was averaging like 12. 13 and 6, right? So it's progression in all aspects of the game. Defense, he's still really good. He's even better, obviously. Last year was his rookie year. He just looks good. I'm loving the progression from him. Great. Now. Let's move on to the Western Conference. OKC is the ability to still win games without their best players. And I also want to say AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell has been so great. That is the reason why they, besides Shea, we know how good Shea is. Besides Shea, the reason they have been winning games the way they have is because of AJ Mitchell as well. And the team as a whole, but I want to put focus on him. He has been so good. Without J-Dub, without Chet for a lot of games, there are some games where you're not playing iHeart, right? And they are winning basketball games by a lot. There were the first 2 games of the season where I think they went to like double overtime or something like that. They're 14 and 1. Their defense, bro, I'm pretty sure it's the best defense of all time statistically. I don't have the stats to prove that. I'm not gonna give them to you. You can do your own research, but I'm pretty sure. Denver Nuggets. Can I be honest? I haven't watched a lot of Denver basketball this year. I'm gonna say Nikola Jokic, but I'm also gonna say like Jamal Murray's health. Usually Jamal Murray's very injury prone and is usually very injured throughout the year, but he's been really good. I wish I could have gotten to this point and said Cam Johnson. He just hasn't been good. Yeah, dude, I'm just gonna say Jokic. He's averaging a 29-point triple double, damn near 30. Practically the same stats he was last year. Slightly better in terms of assists and rebounds, points, practically there. You know what I mean? He's playing the same way he was playing last year, slightly better, and they're winning games. I'm pretty sure statistically Nikola Jokic has never had a 55-win team, and I think personally, if they can somehow maintain a similar record to OKC, which I think will be extremely difficult, I think it will require Shea or a lot of their players to get injured or miss a lot of time for that to happen. But they're 10 and 3, right? And they look great when I watched them. I think I watched their last two games, where Jokic shot 55, and then the last game where he had like a crazy triple double, like a 35-20 game almost. And Cam Johnson doesn't look good. Like last game, it was a Cam Johnson game, but he has not looked good in general. And at least from my perspective, I would think if Cam Johnson is not playing at Cam Johnson level and not giving you the production of Cam Johnson, the team wouldn't be this good, but it still is. Now imagine when Cam Johnson wakes up and he starts playing like Cam Johnson. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. It's like I just think they're gonna be, with Jokic playing like this and Christian Braun is out. By the way, it's like whoa. You know what I mean? He's out. He's gonna miss some time. Bench looks really good too. Don't know what's going on over there. My mom just woke up. Houston. Also, I haven't watched a lot of Houston games. I don't know why. I'm just not really that interested in them. But I'm gonna say their offense. Every time I have watched them, I think I've watched 3 or 4 games of them. Offense phenomenal. I think they're just team as a whole, man. Just looks so good. I'm gonna say Reed Shepard. Reed Shepard, beginning of the season, didn't look that good. Did not. He looked like a deer in headlights. He just didn't look like he belonged on an NBA court playing basketball. And I remember everybody on Twitter like making fun of him and stuff, because that's what he looked like. He was. You could just see his confidence levels weren't that high, but it made sense. He had barely played last year, and now he's required to be the starting point guard on a championship, on a team that has championship aspirations. You know what I mean? But he looks a lot better now. He looks more confident. I see that white boy chuck threes from deep and hit them shits too. Man, he's got a good stroke on him. That white boy got a good stroke on him. My LA Lakers. Austin Reeves. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. If I would probably say Luka, because he's averaging like, maybe not anymore, but he was averaging like 40 points. He might be averaging like 35 right now. That's Luka. I expected that. Whatever Austin Reeves did at the beginning of the year and is doing now, he's, of course, Bron is out. My GOAT. It's a LeBron jersey, by the way. Putting up crazy freaking 50 bomb and then like 40 points back to back nights and like whatever. He's just been good. He's just improved every year I've watched him. He's just improved statistically, visually. You can see him improving, and he's one of those players, maybe because I glaze him and he's on my team, to where he's not that big name, but I trust him with the ball all the time. If he has the ball, I will keep. I don't care. I will trust him with my life. You know? Spurs. Wemby, dude. Wemby is a beast. I know he had like that stretch, and he's also out right now. Or it was like 2 games where he, but he just looks so much better offensively. That first game was kind of like crazy. He was doing, I don't know, dude. He was doing like crazy guard dribble moves, step back threes, and it's like, dude, like what is this guy doing? Like he's just doing stuff, and he's making it. You know what I mean? He still looks great defensively. It's just that offensive leap that he's taken has been phenomenal. It's just been out of this world. Minnesota, dude, can I be honest? I also haven't watched Minnesota. Julius Randle, but when I have, it's Julius Randle. I think he's putting up all NBA numbers. He's putting up like 25 and 8, potentially something like that, and he just looks good. He looks really confident. He looks like he looks a lot better in the flow of the offense this year. Obviously, he got traded last year. But this year, he just looks so good, especially with Ant out. He showed us who Julius Randle can be and who he was, especially like during those Knicks All-NBA seasons. You know what I mean? Look, great. Golden State, Steph Curry. Every year he puts this team on his back. But specifically this year, he has put this team on his back. He's had help. Like Jimmy Butler. Those 2 games against the Spurs is like, what? Dude, this guy's 37, by the way. He's just so good. So good. He's averaging like damn near 30 points right now. And it's like this guy's 37, by the way, bro. He's just, like, the gravity he has, like, in the Spurs games. Like, I would watch Wemby run around looking like a gazelle, bro. Because he's long and he's lanky, 7'5", running after him. And I feel like for the average person, you see a guy that high and you're like, I don't know, like, he's going to block that shot, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, he's not going to get a shot, he's not going to score. And he scored, he dropped damn near 50. I think he had 2 40-point back-to-back games. You know what I mean? It's like Phoenix Suns. I want to say the culture change, like the change of culture that they've had from last year to this year is completely different. I've always like kind of been like not a big Dylan Brooks guy, but never a Dylan Brooks hater. I've actually always relatively liked him, especially when he was doing all that shit on the Grizzlies. But it's like, I feel like there needs like it is a necessary evil to have villains in the NBA to create storylines and to create narratives because you want to see them lose. It enhances your emotions when you watch these games because when you have the good and you have the bad, it makes you root for the good. But when you don't have the bad, it's like you're kind of rooting for the good against the good. You know what I mean? But when you have that bad, and if you like it or not, it makes it better. It creates better storylines. When you would watch, like that Grizzlies team go up against that Warriors team, you're like, I want to see the Grizzlies lose, but you also kind of want to see them win. Why do you want to see them lose? Because Dylan Brooks. But you also kind of want to see them win. Why? Because the other team also has Draymond Green. Because they both have villains. You know what I mean? And that just kind of enhances your experience. I feel like having these certain villains, like when KD went to the Warriors, is necessary. Or else I just feel like things get dull. And maybe he hasn't so much been that this year. He still has. But like, especially during those Grizzly days and like in Houston, you know what I mean? I'm going to say Dylan Brooks. Just because the way I feel like it also coaching change, just like less is more theory, you know what I mean? Getting away from KD and just kind of sticking with D-Book and trying to build something around him. You know what I mean? But I think Dylan Brooks is a big part of that culture change. I feel like you saw it when you saw it in Memphis. You saw it when he left Memphis and went to Houston, and now you're seeing it when he goes to the Suns. You know what I mean? Every time he joins a team, something changes, and I don't think that's coincidence. I think he plays a big role in that. I'm gonna say him. Also, he's chucking up a bunch of shots that he shouldn't, but it's like, who else is gonna, shoot the ball? And he's been playing pretty well. So, Portland. I want to say Deni Avdija, but it's also Free Palestine. Utah, Lauri Markkanen. I'm going to say Keyshawn George too, but Lauri Markkanen is averaging damn near 30 right now. He has looked so good. They must have... Sorry about that. Utah, Lauri Markkanen. They had to have done something because, I'm like, last year I know he sat out, but, even just as a player, he didn't look that good. This year, bro, he looks as good as good as he has ever looked. And it's like, what incentivizes him to play this well? It's not a good team. Maybe it's getting traded. He's got his bag, 4 years, 200 million. So what is incentivizing him to play this good, to be averaging 30? I just think he's just a really good ball player. You know what I mean? He probably wants to get traded to a competitive team, so he's raising his stock. But to me, sometimes it's still just baffling. It's how are you playing this good? You know what I mean? What is incentivizing you this much to play this good? Because he doesn't have to. He's got his bag. Maybe it's the next bag. I just think he's a good ball player. Lauri Markkanen. Memphis. Cedric Howard. I think he's been the only bright spot on this team. Ja looks bad. Jaren looks bad. I don't even Jalen Wallace. I was really big on him last year. He looks bad. Cedric Howard looks really good. He's a bright spot on this team. LA. James Harden is still a god. James Harden is still fucking him. James Harden is still James Harden. And I love watching them just for James Harden. Everything else I'm hating, bro. Dallas. Bright spot, Nico Harrison getting fired. Other than that, bro, probably nothing. Sacramento. Can I be honest? I don't think I have one for this team, bro. I don't like anything about them. Okay, I'm gonna say Brody playing good, but that's for personal reasons. But everything else, the team is constructed so poorly. There's no future. There's no nothing to this team. You know what I mean? You just have a bunch of players that can shoot the mid-range, and that's it, bro. Dude, this team frustrates me. I hate everything. Only good thing, Brody's playing on a team, and he's playing well. New Orleans. Last team. Jeremiah Fears and Trey Murphy. Jeremiah Fears looks good. Rookie year, getting bad team, but he's getting minutes and he's playing well. Same thing with Trey Murphy. Beginning of the season, he wasn't that good. maybe like the first 7 games, he didn't look that good. Past that, he looks good. You know what I mean? That's probably the only thing I can say for this team. Weird team. They don't even have their own first round pick this year. By the way, they traded that to, I think, Atlanta for Derek Queen. He also looks good, but but hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If anything, just give me some feedback on what I should and shouldn't do. I feel like I talked really fast. I feel like a lot of the whispering was inconsistent. At least that's from my POV. Sometimes I would get off track. I don't really think that matters, but at least in terms of the quality of the ASMR, I'd like for it to be improved.